for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Toss play to McKinnon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Whoa, still won't go down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And he finds Tyler Croft. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Stafford now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. Play action now. Rivers. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford on 1st down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Stafford. And the grab by Croft. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Hurry up!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On play action, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. To throw, Rivers. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Double! 22!
On first down, Stafford here. Steps away to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. reception here. Rivers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Back to throw, Stafford. A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. To throw is Stafford. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Stafford eluding the pressure right. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Charger first down, Rivers hooking up with Allen. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Gordon on first down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got the artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
One now a little bit. Hey,
From the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Rivers now from the 50. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Rivers. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. To return, here's Agnew. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Set. 180.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hurry up!
Throwing here, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load
throwing, Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10.